The creators from one of the most popular games in the world have found themselves in Apple's crosshairs. That's right, Epic Games is facing off against Apple. They're going head to head, so wake up, mom and dad are fighting, and let's get into the legal battle. And today we're talking the latest updates that we know. I'm V. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like content like this. Let's get into it. Apple has terminated Epic Games developer accounts. The termination of Epic Games account has sparked a lot of discussion and debate. On one hand, Apple defends its decision by emphasizing the importance of maintaining a secure and trustworthy platform for its users. And for these reasons, Apple cites Epic Games' past history of untrustworthiness. On the other hand, Epic Games is claiming that Apple is actually acting in a retaliatory manner. And if that is true, this might go against a version of the European Union's Digital Markets Act, otherwise known as the DMA, and that's what we're going to call it from here on out. The DMA is a piece of legislation that was designed to ensure that competition and innovation is fair within the digital markets, which is essential for capitalism. And while I'm not a lawyer, we are going to take a look at the legal dispute that's taking place, because we could just look at the facts. So, is Apple violating European law? That is going to have to be settled in a court of law. What we do know about the lawsuit is this: Epic Games has claimed that Apple's rejection of their developer account is in retaliation for the gaming company's antitrust lobbying and lawsuit against Apple. The DMA is a new law forcing tech companies to provide choices for search engines, app download sources, and increase personal data privacy, with Apple and Epic Games being a focal point of the legislation. The European DMA does require these gatekeepers like Apple and other tech giants to allow third-party app stores, which is what Epic Games was planning to launch. And by blocking Epic Games' ability to launch their app store on iOS devices is, well, against the nature of European DMA. Apple might be seen as limiting choices for consumers. And again, this hinders innovation, in my eyes, my humble opinion. But I do want to know yours, so if you have any thoughts so far, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them, and I do my best to try to reply. Back to the situation at hand, because I think that this legal dispute might be bleeding into, well, a global affair. Hear me out. The situation does shine a bit of a spotlight on what tech companies are able to do and how they're able to regulate. Or maybe even more specifically, should large tech companies dictate what services you can use and buy? I bet you're probably thinking, I don't want that. I don't want that either. This is all reminding me about how here in LA, we don't really have choice of internet providers. You get what you get, and whatever your building wants to give you is what you're gonna pay for, whether you like it or not. Otherwise, you're not gonna have internet, or you'll have to rely on maybe like a box that's just not as powerful. That's just one example of how limiting customer choice really blows. Alas, I'm not a lawyer, and as this legal dispute unfolds further, I'm sure many industry observers, regulators, and other tech companies will be watching this closely. I know I'm gonna be. The outcomes for the legal battle might just have rippling implications, especially as it relates to how digital markets are regulated and how they operate in Europe. And potentially, maybe here in the US, it might set a precedent. And if Epic Games is successful, it could pave the way for additional third-party apps to compete on any iOS device. That is exciting because it could lead to a brand new digital ecosystem. And in this ecosystem, it might be more competitive. However, if Apple prevails, it'll probably be more of the same old, same old. But what do you all think? Could this be the move by Apple that raises scrutiny further? Because it's not clear if they're in compliance with the new laws. Or maybe it's just another bump in the road. I don't claim to have all of the answers, but I sure hope I piqued your curiosity, and I want you to share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you made it this far. I sure hope you have. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'm V, and I'm out of here. Until next time, bye!